Hey, it's the Clumsy Ninja, and welcome back to Blank Dream. Maybe try their places. Right, I'm gonna go to this one first. I'll go to you. Let's do this. I know this. Hey, they're both in the same world. So both our mirrors are in the same. It's a good thing that thing's not here. I even went quiet because I was like, oh. Let's do this anyways. Yeah, we know this. Oh, I'm really angry about that ending. Oh, something shiny there. Okay. Open the large door, open it. I'm so confused. What the... Huh? Who are you? Someone's there. You're... Once there was a painter. He was known as the mad genius Rinzo Isui. Oh, Grandpa's called Rinzo. Huh? You knew my grandpa? Wait, Mishiro, it looks like maybe she isn't aware of us. Rinzo had a wife, but he also had a relationship with a servant. With his wife, he had a child, Shinji. With the servant, he had a child, Tamaki. Rinzo, 2 children born of different mothers. Huh? Shinji, Tamaki. Tamaki was the illegitimate child of an affair, but because Shinji showed no interest in art, Shinji is her dad, isn't it? Rinzo's affection was often directed at Tamaki, who did have an interest in the art. Tamaki learned art from Rinzo, and given the love, grew into the shadow of the Isui family. But these irregular days couldn't last. When Tamaki turned 12, Rinzo's wife learned of her existence. Rinzo divorced his wife, but gave Tamaki and her mother the same love as ever. Thus far, no tragedy had occurred. But when Tamaki turned 18, Rinzo made an unforgivable mistake. He had an liaison with Tamaki, his own daughter, and what? So Tamaki's a girl. Okay. He impregnated her. What? Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinzo and her mother. And with him, Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinzo, and with her mother she fled from him. But the child she bore had done no wrong, so she decided to birth the child of her father. So Tamaki had a daughter. A daughter between a parent and a child? Tamaki thought she couldn't live a normal life, happy life. But luckily, 2 years later, she had a proper marriage. Safely having a son with her husband, Tamaki began to get back on her feet. However, she never fully did. The mental wounds Tamaki had suffered went even deeper than she imagined. When a now grown daughter with Rinzo began doing art at school, Tamaki's old wounds ached. It gave her flashbacks of Rinzo, of that fear she had of him. Tamaki struggled to give her daughter affection. It took all she had not to take out negative emotions on her. Tamaki's mind quickly crumbled under the weight. And one day Tamaki killed her daughter. What? Tamaki killed her daughter. Wait a second. I think I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together. Because Ayato's mother hated art, and his sister died in a lake, but if his older sister was the illegitimate daughter, rather the impregnated whatever of Tamaki, then... And... oh my gosh, Yuzu! Tamaki fell to pieces. She came to feel animosity not only towards Rinzo, but to all the Yasuis. Unable to see any hope ahead, she fell upon the despair behind. Rinzo died of natural causes a few years later, and while she had the right to his inheritance, she refused to take it. She wouldn't even let it go to the eldest son Shinji. Then at last, Tamaki, who had kept living despite having broken long ago, met her end. when she learned the son that she had with her husband was becoming friends with Shinji's daughter, Ayato. You mean Tamaki tried to take out Shinji's daughter? So the mother was the one in the car? The Usui who dared to come near her pure son. But then she drove madly down the road to kill her. She ran over her own son back. What the heck? This is so messed up. She's just killed both of her children. Tamaki realised that this was the end. So she took her own life to escape the despair. No way, that's so messed up. That woman's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing her to be here. Tamaki's soul is now bound in the earth, so that she cannot escape, but she must face the facts. This is surely my punishment. I've gone on for a while. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. I don't know who you are, but go now. Let's go, Mashiro. We shouldn't stay here any longer. It's so messed up. So she didn't kill herself then? Like everyone was saying she did. She was killed by a flippin' mother. Should we return to the usual place with Tamaki's story? I've realised something. You found a similar place past the mirror with Ryotoro's memories? I see then. You should go there first. What I have to say can wait. Okay. Ryotaro, let's go. I'm gonna save first. That's so messed up. Oh my gosh. She killed both her children. Had everyone else believed that her first daughter killed herself. Her daughter literally felt like she shouldn't have even existed, so she basically blamed and made her daughter feel like she... Oh my gosh, it's so messed up. Oh. That's craziness. Let's do this. Open the large door, open it. It's messed up. And that's her granddad? Is that Grandpa? You're Rinzo? Once there was a painter. He was known as the mad genius Rinzo Usui. Rinzo's art was highly esteemed and sold for high prices. He had status and wealth. Grandpa, what are you talking about? Why are you here? Wait, look closely. I don't think he can hear us. Soon Rinzo married a woman. They had a son named Shinji. Rinzo preached the beauty of art to his wife and child, but they showed no interest in it. Rinzo's wife did not see his art, only the prices attached. Shinji too was taught her practicality. So it was only natural that Rinzo formed a relationship with a servant showing true interest in art. Huh? When Shinji was 8, Rinzo and the servant had a legitimate child. Her name was Tamaki. Rinzo kept Tamaki hidden from his wife, and Shinji managing the two families. Both between Shinji, who cared not at all for art, and Tamaki, who adored it like her mother, Rinzo's affection went towards Tamaki. That came to an end shortly after Shinji went to college, when Tamaki's existence came to light. Rinzo offered his wife consolation and asked and divorced. Shinji, already grown, kept the name Usui, a wise choice. He knew how to make a living. Some time passed after that, when Tamaki, and who Rinzo adored as a daughter and student, turned 18. Rinzo made the biggest mistake of his life. He adored his daughter Tamaki, so he had a child with her. Tamaki and her mother left Rinzo. They refused even money. Tamaki seemingly birthed and raised a child, but who knows the details? Rinzo was unable to hear of it. Nearly 20 years passed since the incident, and Rinzo died of illness. Nothing unusual, age comes for all. Shinji was the eldest of the Usui family, set to inherit his fortune. But thinking of it as a final atonement, Rinzo passed on, leaving a will to give it all to Tamaki. The inheritance. So the boss was disputing with Tamaki over it? That man's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing him to be here. Only the creator of this world knows why. It seems some dead fellow has business with me. But very well, to face my sin eternally is an appropriate afterlife for me. That's all. Sorry for the long story. Visitors are rare. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. Be well, dead one in soul. What? Dead one in soul. Let's go. There's nothing more here. Like, he's not even sorry for what he's done. He's just ignorant, as if he's almost proud of it. Shall we return to the usual place? Especially after Rinzo's story. I need to talk to you. What? Yuzu's got her memories back too? Then it feels the story's coming to a close. Now let's return. I'm kind of glad, since we have got his memories back, that he hasn't, so far, it hasn't, well, I can't think of the word, like, it hasn't showed any confirmation of that the rumours were true, which I'm really glad about. Let's go. Open the ledge doors, open it. So it did open. Now next the path for you to take is clear. You just ended up saving our butts this whole time, huh, Mashiro? Without you, doubt we would have found any mirrors. You have the right to know what I know. In fact, I want you to know. I need to talk to you. I know a thing or two about your parents. I need to tell you some things too. About who I am and why I'm here. And Tamaki's daughter. And about Tamaki's daughter, sorry. Wait, who's this? What the heck? Get out. Stop. Don't meddle anymore. Give back my world. Wait, you're that little shadow thing that's been chasing after me this whole time. Where there? Is that? That looks like. Because can you? I don't know if you can see, but like the uniform, and looks like she has white hair. Is that who I? Run you two through the door. I don't know, but I think it might be. Whoa, is this it chasing us? We'll talk later, just run somewhere we can hide. Oh shoot. Save. Save. Flippin' heck. Looks like we've gotten away now. Nothing. Let's just go. Take a rest for a while. Okay. Don't make a guy go and fight you, run for it. I'm gonna die. You're already dead, dude. Looks like... Oh, listen to Yozu. Okay, let's get started. Is that... I can't even remember her name. But I'm almost certain that's the girl she liked. Are you telling me that the girl she fancied... But that would mean that she was also guarding the fireplace to her. Phew, are we safe here? I don't sense her chasing anymore. What in the world was that? I'm about to explain that. I know who that is. Say what? I'm Yozu Hanazaki, a middle schooler who committed suicide at 15 at Mirror Lake. The reason I killed myself was, to put it bluntly, to meet a girl I loved. Someone had killed her at Mirror Lake. It made me extremely sad. So I read all the books on black magic and killed myself to go to the afterlife. To die at the same place exactly a year later. Oh, so that's like from the memory. It said that would work. I think it's a different afterlife than what the book meant. But ultimately I came to this world. Oh, sorry, I missed that. That girl, she always said she was someone who shouldn't have existed. I always found it weird, and wondered why. But I found out now. She was born between a girl and her own father. Between Tamaki Hinohara and Rinzu Usui. Her very birth was taboo. That shadow was Otsuru Hinohara. Even as she is, I can tell clearly. Because my wish was to meet Otsuru one more time. Otsuru Hinohara? That's Hayato's. But to look the way she does now, I wonder what the story is there. But I can't go away just yet. I need to talk to Tsuru more directly, or my wish won't be considered granted. Give it back. That voice. Let's get moving. We can't chat now, so run. Okay. You gonna have me running again? Huh? Save. Save. Atsuro. Feels like she's gonna keep chasing and give back what anyway? Yeah, give what back? Shoot. Oh wow, you're fast. Oh shit. Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen. Thank goodness for that. I hate chasings. She's really stubborn, isn't she? If it were me, I'd have thrown in the towel after chasing. Do you have anything more to say? Ah, I'm reaching my limits. Let me rest a little. Okay, I'll listen to you this time. Got it? Alright, let's begin. Did we outrun her? Seems so. I don't think she's given chase. I think the goal is close by. I don't know what will be up ahead, so I just want to get this out. I'm Ryutayo Sengoku, younger brother of Chika Usui, Mishiro's mother, and a subordinate to her dad, Shinji Usui. Okay. I knew about you a while back from New Year's card. Sis sent me. To be honest, I found you cute. Not exactly the romantic thing, of course. I was captivated by your latent beauty, I suppose. But when I asked my boss about you, I learned you'd been glowing more as of late. And I know why. You injured someone in middle school, and Sis kept you shackled ever since. That's right. My boss invited me over to your house, and I was honestly pumped to try and help you. It made me sad to imagine such a beautiful girl moping around. He says without a second of hesitation. No poking fun now, it's the end. Huh? But I died before it happened. We got caught in a fire in the building at work. A fire? Yeah, I was with your father. After that, well, it even kind of surprised me. Partly by will, I became a soul, and flew around to where you were, apparently. So, for the year or so between my death and yours, my spirit was sort of haunting you. What? Oh, but I was hardly even conscious of anything. I just vaguely know that's what happened. For you see, ever since I saw your photo, I considered you someone beautiful and worth protecting. So even through death, I had the wish of getting to talk to you at least once. So that was your wish? So it was, thus it's been granted. By following you, I wound up in this world. And in this world, my unrealized wish came true. In fact, the moment I came aware of my wish, I felt I could free myself from this world at any time. So you're going? Well, I've come this far. I'd like to see your story to the end, oh thank goodness. Mishiro, the hard circumstances you had and the fact that you're dead now, I don't feel like it's irrelevant to me. I can't say don't blame your parents, but I just want you to know I can't force you to understand or sympathise, but just know. Your father worried over it and regretted how he was spending less time with you. He wasn't just weighing you and the inheritance on a scale. Your mother was working with your father to obtain proof that the Usui fortune belonged to them. Maybe she failed to control her strength properly, maybe she wasn't calm, but she had no ill will, I'm sure. I'm sure after the boss and I died, she endured the sorrow of losing a husband and brother and fought for her family. Your father and mother might have been clumsy, but they weren't cold-blooded. I just want you to know that. It's probably too late to say this now, though. Let's go on ahead. This door. This is a door you'll be able to open. I'm sure there's something important to you here. If you're telling me that, then where should my wish to erase my existence go? That music is so wow. So emotional. Whew. I could feel myself getting all just, do you know, like when you feel all this emotion just swelling up inside you? Just that type of music does to you. Is it Sora really chasing you, Mashiro? Why in the world would she do that? My duty's been done. The rest is in your hands. Okie dokie. Open the large door. Open it. Whew. Wonder what's going to be behind this. Oh, this music again. Huh? Hey! Ayato? Why are you here? Because this soul is necessary for granting your wish. Huh? Huh? Hello, me. So you successfully broke all the mirrors. Your wish will soon come true, and this world's purpose will be concluded. What do you mean? Well, hold on a sec. All the actors are here. Actors? Whoa. Pant pant. This mirror world revolves around you, Mashiro. You hold dominion over it. Once a deceased girl wished at Mirror Lake. I wish my life had never even existed. It was a very strong wish, and to fulfill it, this mirror world was created. It was made solely to realize her wish. The other souls were just extras drawn into it. She should have granted her wish in this world she made, but she wasn't able to fulfill it, because she broke before she could. Just as she created this world, she lost everything, including her memories and her wish. So not knowing her purpose, or who she was, she wandered this world and fell apart. That's in the past now. A concluded tale. Unable to achieve its goal, this world went on existing, sucking in souls who died near the lake with strong wishes. That was Otsuro Hinihara. Yeah, she wanders this world even now. Sister. Several years later, a girl threw herself into the lake. Amazingly, she had the same wish as the world's creator. So that this world could complete its duty, it chose a new soul to control it. And so, since you carried the same wish, you became the new ruler, spurring the originator. The wish the world sought to grant stayed the same, only the person in the centre of it was replaced. I was made the ruler of this world? The extra riffraff who feel jealousy towards you still see the broken originator as its rightful ruler. And maybe broken though she may be, she personally gotten in your way at times. Even so, you successfully broke all the mirrors, without even wasting weeks or months being lost. You shattered and erased all remnants of you, in the form of mirrors containing your past. Having recorded all your actions, I can attest to that. I was going to say it's a safe point, isn't it? But it's not over just yet. This boy's soul is absolutely necessary for total erasure of your life, because he's simply too significant to you. Without eradicating his soul, your life can't be nullified. So it was none other than you who unconsciously bound his soul to this world, such that you could kill him by your own hand. You aren't telling me I have to kill Ayato? What's the problem? You may feel guilty for a second, but right after that, you'll have never existed. Mashiro, you're still suffering, huh? You do resemble my sister after all. Even as a soul, you have her same wish. If you kill me, you'll be free from your pain. Right after my death, your conflict will end. It's your world. You can make that choice. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I've overcome a lot of obstacles coming here. I've looked back on my past and erased it. But is it really right to just make it so I never existed? Thinking back, it was a boring life. I wouldn't say it was entirely devoid of enjoyment. But if you asked whether I'd live the same life again, I'd absolutely refuse without a doubt. In fact, if I had to say, I've come to hate it all. I wish my life had never even existed. And yet I've learned that my mum and dad gave their best effort for me, clumsy as they were. And I know there's a person who valued me, going so far as to come to this world to encourage me. Can I make all of that something that never happened? And that's not all. Seeing Yuzu and Otsuro, I had a thought. If Utsura's life had never existed, what would have become of Yuzu's feelings? Desperately turning to black magic, killing herself and wandering this world for years? All to finally realize her wish to meet her again. What would have become of that? I'll make the choice to grant that wish or not. But I want Utsura to see this out too. Because it's her same wish, and this is her world I inherited. If only in pieces, learning about Utsura from the mirrors has fulfilled the mirror's purpose. Ayata and Juzu are both here. With these two, I'm sure we can get Utsura's memory back. Indeed, maybe a little bit. Really? Sister. Marie. Listen, Utsura Hinohara, you need to remember your birth, your death, and the ones who loved you. Mishira spoke at length of the things she'd seen and heard in this world. Her mother Tamaki, her father Rinzo, the Hinohara family she lived with, Yuzu. She spoke, as Utsura's mirror, all that she knew. Oh, it was Utsura's mirror, not the grandpa's. I see. I haven't felt this in a long time. Utsura? Yuzu, you fool. I told you to forget about me if I died. Well, I couldn't. Is it you, sister? Is it? It is, Ayato. So even you ended up here. I didn't intend to hand the world over to you. I was even thinking of killing you to forcibly take back control. Even more so now that I've remembered my wish. I want to erase my mother, my true father, myself. But alas, I've become in debt. It's a fact that if you hadn't been here, my mind would have stayed fragmented forever. Do as you like before I change my mind. My choices. I won't grant my wish. Our wish is to never existed. No. I won't do it. I can't. I can't do it no more. Dad's secret distress, Mum's painful effort, even Ryotoro's unusual concern for me. I can't just make it all be gone. And that's not all. For every mirror I broke, I'll vanish from the lives of the people I knew. And I'll also vanish from Ayato's world. But then what did Ayato die for? What did Tamaki step on the accelerator for? If it were just me, then fine. But to control the feelings of people around me, I have no right. That's not my wish anymore. Are you really sure about that? Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change anything. Are you still giving up your wish? I am. I see. I, the mirror world, accept abandoning the wish. Its reason for being here ends. Huh? This world can vanish when the ruler's wish is granted, or they abandon it with clear intent. It won't be left up in the air like with Utsuro. So will everyone here vanish? Except from you, Mishiro. What? To get straight to the point, you're not dead yet. What? Huh? Your soul has left your body, of course, but your body isn't exactly dead. You drowned yourself, but as it happens, a passerby found you. They called it in right away, and though unconscious, you were saved. It was a failed attempt. Mishiro, when your soul leaves here, it'll be forced back into your body. But what you've done in this world won't be written off. The memories you erased by breaking the mirrors won't come back to you when you return to life. You didn't actually carry out your wish, so the actual past isn't gone, but your memories of it are. Maybe you'll remember talking with me a bit, but things like meeting me at the lake. Are you still prepared to leave this place? Can you live in a world you've given up on living in once before? I'll live, because I'm not dead yet. I don't want to just throw away the life you protected, Ayato. And by discarding the wish I inherited from Otsuro, I think it'll honour Yuzu's feelings. I see. That's a relief then. I absolutely can't understand my sister's wish, but you've made the choice for her. It might sound sort of trite, but I want you to live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. Smile for my sister. That's my dream too. I'll try my best. There are people who value you. There are people who'd be sad about your death. It may be a bit warped, admittedly, but I'm one of them. The world's not that much of a disappointment, you see. So I've done my best to encourage you. You're really something, you know. You've really picked yourself back up. You went and learned not only your own wish, but mine, Yuzu's and Otsuro's. Old Ryotaro won't say much more. Try to get along with Sis when you get back. Right. I'll try to face with her. Thank you, Mishiro. Because of you, I could get back my memories and my wish. I learned about Otsuro's birth and death, and got to talk to her once more. I'm satisfied now. I really am. Maybe returning to life won't mean happy things all the time, Mishiro. But I'm sure you can get back up and walk again, since you saved so many people here. Mishiro, leave incense or something at my grave. Think of it like saying hi. Okay, I'll be sure to find your grave. I'd lost the moment I broke, I suppose. I won't pull any mischief. I can accept this result, though I can't say I'm entirely satisfied. Ayato, who adored me as his sister, and Yuzu, who needed me in her life. I'm glad for the fact that I could talk with them one last time. Yet I'll fade away, still resenting that man Rinzo, that woman Tamaki. Surely, I can be forgiven for that. That's true. Sorry for taking over your world. Jeez, 7 years and it ends like this? As long as the ruler's satisfied, I suppose. Will Otsuro go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but she'll be free from this world to go wherever she wants. That's good. I say ruler, but you're more of an aspirer. Technically, aspirer? Mishiro, once you get back and things settle down, you should visit my atelier. It's not complete, of course, but I want you to see the painting you modelled for someday. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, but I won't lose my time in this world, and I won't ever wish to erase the events to come. It's time to go. Oh wow. Kept coming close to my voice cracking because I was gonna cry. Oh wow. After that, I regained consciousness in a hospital bed. Apparently I really had been saved, and my soul returned safely from the mirror world. My mother was there, looking at me in a way I felt she hadn't in years. Mishiro, you're awake! Thank goodness, oh thank goodness. If I had lost you too... I'm sorry, I drove you to do this, didn't I? My mother was shocked by my suicide attempt, and apologised for her harsh discipline. My head felt very hazy. I only remembered that she was my mother, who'd become very strict at some point. It took a lot just to recognise that as real. And as I thought about it, fear and unease towards my mother came up from the gaps in my memory. But it's okay. Ryotaro told me about the pressure of the Yasuis and how death had taxed my mother's mind. Now that I was able to accept that, it was easy to hold my mother's hand. My brain had suffered memory loss, and I could no longer remember many past events, sorry. I remembered Ayotaro was someone very important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. But I distinctly remember talking in the mirror world, and felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remember Yuzu and Ryotaro too. I probably only met them in the mirror world. Mishiro Sui, is it? Hello, I'm Saichi Hinohara. A few days later I left the hospital. A man came to visit me. His last name sounded familiar. Could it be Ayato's Yeah, thank you for getting along with Ayato. Seiichi Hinohara was Ayato's father, which meant he was the one who married Tamaki, and he was the father who Atsuro grew up with. I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but I'm really glad you regained consciousness. The driver who sped towards you and Ayato, she's no longer with us. Her body was found at Mirror Lake in a car that went up in flames. He meant Tamaki, his wife. But from Seiichi's perspective, it would be impossible for me to know Tamaki. I felt it would be better to stay silent than to confuse him with unnecessary remarks. She was my wife. We met each other at school. She was a humble, art-loving, somewhat naive woman with a radiant smile. Her final sin came at an end for a long sorrow, but I won't ask you to forgive her. Still, if it's alright, could you visit Ayato's grave sometime? Of course. Not only Ayato, but Atsuro and Tamaki. Now maybe I could offer them prayers. I really like this music. Oh. It feels very nostalgic. I'll look at Ayato's painting. Look at the canvas, yeah. It might sound sort of trite, but I want to hear you live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. Smile for my sister. That's my dream too. Oh, that's so cute. Ayato Hinohara, Blank Dream. That's so cute. Ayato. It's... Oh, she's smiling. It's not a dream anymore. Oh, wow. I really enjoyed playing that, and I'm glad she smiled. Oh. Oh, I'm glad something good came out. I'm glad I went back and got... I'm guessing this is a proper ending. I'm sorry, my voice. Oh wow, that was a good game. It was dark at times, but it's really good. One thing I really do like about it is the bad things that have happened. Like I find with a lot of games like this, like there's people who do bad things and normally they do go back to kind of like release them, and then normally it's like, oh, forgiven, like even though you didn't have things like, oh, blah blah blah. But in this one it hasn't. It's more of like, okay, we've accepted you did them things, we accept that you don't get that bad thing, but it doesn't really like erase what you've done. It's like, yeah, you got a bad past, but you and like, I'm muttering now, but I like the fact that it doesn't just excuse it. Ah, and that whole grandpa thing, I am so happy that Ryotaro wasn't how I was expecting him to be. I was like, as soon as they were start bringing it up, I've got pins and needles. As soon as I brought up about that, I was like, oh no, please don't be another thing where it's really creepy. And then in the end, it ended up being the grandpa, and it's like, oh my gosh, had to be somewhere at least, didn't it? But I'm really glad it wasn't Ryotaro. I really loved how he came up. Actually, that was really cute, and I really like this end. I'm happy now. I've always wanted to go to one of her exhibits. Sure enough, she carries the blood of the mad genius Rinzu Osui. I thought I saw the Rinzu touch too, at first, but she's self-taught. It's totally different from Rinzu's art. Huh? I suppose so. How unusual. In her 20s and climbing so high with her own style. She's not just riding off her ancestor. Rinzu was realistic, while she's more impressionist. That's true. I did feel Mirror World was too unusually abstract to be Rinzu's style. Seeing is believing. You can tell the unique mood in her art from a glance. True, true. Now I'm really getting excited to see it. Her most famous masterpiece of all, her what? Her fantasy to live in a dream with a white canvas. Oh, she's accepted her name! Ah, I am happy now. I'm so happy.